In a stark revelation amid the ongoing Russia-Ukraine conflict, high-precision sniper rifles manufactured by Quebec-based Cadex Defense have surfaced in the arsenals of Russian snipers, defying international sanctions imposed since Moscow's 2022 invasion. These Mercedes-Benz of long-range firearms, prized for their accuracy and durability, have been documented in combat footage, social media posts, and even Moscow arms exhibitions, raising alarms about enforcement gaps in global arms control. As Canadian officials probe the breach, evidence points to a shadowy network of resales through third countries, battlefield captures, and opportunistic smuggling, underscoring the challenges of curbing weapons flow in wartime. Cadex Defense, headquartered in Saint-Jean-sur-Richelieu, Quebec, employs about 100 people and specializes in customizable, precision-engineered rifles for military, law enforcement, and civilian markets worldwide. Models like the CDX 33 Patriot Light, .338 Lapua Magnum caliber, and Tremor 416 Barrett, capable of supersonic speeds up to 1,700 meters, are engineered for elite snipers, boasting muzzle energy 3 times that of Russia's standard SVD Dragunov. The company supplies the Canadian Armed Forces, including a 2019 contract for night vision devices, and exports to allies like Ukraine, where these rifles aid in countering Russian advances. Yet, since February 2022, Canada has banned all military exports to Russia, expanding restrictions in July 2023 to close loopholes. Cadex President Serge Dextrays insists his firm adheres strictly to these rules, refusing sales to high-risk nations like Libya, Sudan, or Niger. "We will not supply them anymore. It's finished," Dextrays told investigators after discovering misuse. Despite this, pristine Cadex rifles, complete with branded cases and sequential serial numbers, keep appearing in Russian hands, far from the wear of battlefield salvage. Recent sightings paint a troubling picture. In Ukraine's Zaporizhzhia region, a Cadex rifle inscribed for a pro-Russian volunteer unit was shared on Telegram, boasting fresh engravings and modifications for the SVO, Russia's euphemism for its invasion. More alarmingly, at the Oral Expo 2025 Arms Fair in Moscow, October 2nd to 5th, brand-new Cadex models gleamed under spotlights, photographed by attendees and promoted in videos. Russian dealer Varyag LLC, Cadex's sole official importer pre-sanctions, now lists 7 units for sale on its site, with tags intact. Social media amplifies the proof. Yaroslav Yakubov, a decorated Marine from Russia's 155th Brigade, Pacific Fleet, who earned Putin's Gold Star in 2023 for his sniper brigade's 600-plus kills, fired a Cadex Tremor in a February 2024 training video by the Russian Combat Sniping Federation. "Thank you, Montreal," quipped a sniper from the Pavel Sudoplatov Battalion, 58th Army, in a clip, mockingly crediting the rifle's origins. Other users include Nimitz, a 19-year veteran with the Order of Courage, posing with his Cadex 6 months ago, and airborne troops from Russia's National Guard wielding CDX-33s. Exiled Russian journalist Sergei Panov, analyzing for The Insider, confirms Cadex's rarity compared to US or European brands, but notes their prestige among special forces. "It's a nightmare," says activist Lana Kashkariva, who tracks sanctions evasion. Varyag's imports surged post-invasion, from $742,800 in 2021 revenue to $2.1 million in 2023, including 82 Cadex rifles and 501 total firearms from Western makers like Glock and Barrett, plus 140,000 rounds of ammo. How do these embargoed weapons cross borders? Ottawa suggests battlefield captures. Canada and allies have donated Cadex rifles to Ukraine, and losses in fierce fighting could arm the enemy. Photos indeed show battered Cadexes swapped between Ukrainian and Russian fighters. But pristine examples, like those at Oral Expo, tell another story. Investigations reveal resale chains exploiting sanctions gaps. In 2023, Russian customs logged 10 Cadex rifles with sequential serials, traced to a U.S. shipment. Cadex promptly blacklisted the American buyer, suspecting middlemen flips. Panov maps the flow. Private firms ship via Italy, a key hub, entering Russia through Kyrgyzstan and Kazakhstan. Porous gateways with lax oversight. Variag partnered with Colorado's ABF pre-war. Post 2022, 53 rifles funneled through Kazakhstan's Kazakhotrabalovsoyas, whose turnover spiked suspiciously, sans retail listings for such premium gear. Dextres laments, "Nobody can stop the Russians to get what they want. They always find a way." Liability lags. Resellers face no immediate penalties, and enforcement is reactive. Canada's sole sanctions charge, Anton Trofimov in May for drone parts. Kyrgyzstan convicted one smuggler in June, $1.5 million in arms. Foreign Minister Anita Anand, responding to GlobalNews reports, vowed to look into the diversions. Canada has one of the most advanced military export control systems in the world, she said, stressing monitoring and serious treatment of claims. A senior source floated illicit third-country routes or Ukrainian losses as culprits, noting no direct exports to Russia since 2013, a mere rifle stock. Global Affairs Canada's THETA it highlighted joint duties. Exporters must verify end users with signed affidavits, and governments act on misuse intel. Opposition critic Michael Chung urged tighter enforcement to bar goods from adversaries, while NDP calls for truly enforced sanctions blocking transit dodges. Ukraine demands probes, enhanced monitoring, and end-user clamps. The Ukrainian-Canadian Congress labeled it a shocking revelation, slamming lacking and ineffectual enforcement and pushing for exporter sanctions and resources. Cadex, meanwhile, bolsters vetting and consults law enforcement. This Cadex saga exposes arms trade frailties. Similar diversions hit Venezuela in 2021, per Reddit trackers. As Russia adapts, importing 501 Western guns via Variag alone, Western Unity phrase. Panev warns private shippers, not state spies, drive this, but delays let killers wield Canadian tech. For Ukraine, each Cadex in enemy scopes tips battles. For Canada, it's a reputational hit. Dextres frustration echoes, Russian snag, anything from anywhere. Closing resale loopholes, via real-time tracking or allied intel sharing, looms urgent. As probes unfold, one truth endures. In war's gray markets, precision rifles find deadly homes, sanctions be damned.